Hello there. Welcome to another Knife Guy channel. My name is Ashton. Today we're going to be taking a look at this guy, the Protech Massdrop Ferrum Forge Mordax. A sweet knife with a sweet design and a couple of sweet guys behind the design of this. So let's get into the tabletop review and do a little bit of size comparison and tell a couple stories. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so here it is, the Protech Massdrop Ferrum Forge Mordax with 20 CV and aluminum handles. First let's get into a couple of size comparisons. The Cold Steel Code 4, very similar. They carry very well. They have an overall blade length of about 3.5 inches on both. Only thing that's different is the handle length on the Code 4, really, but great knife. Also in this sort of wheelhouse is my previous sort of pocket hog, which has been the Spyderco Spidey Chef. This one has been customized by Mike Emler. But as you can see, these knives are relatively the same size. Code 4 is probably the biggest of the bunch, hardest use, so to say, but all three of these knives are very, very easy to carry and some of the absolute never sells in my collection. Let's get into a couple of other knives with different characteristics, just some knives that you guys would be familiar with. First, the Rat Model 2 and the Rat Model 1. Again, sort of like an intermediate size there. Rat Model 1 being a little bit larger. Rat Model 1 is going to weigh a lot more than the Mordax here. To sort of summarize, it's a nice, perfect sort of size. It's designed after the Ferrum Forge Mordax, which had a little bit more of a beefy attitude, a little bit more blade thickness there, and it was a titanium frame lock. This iteration done by Protech has basically all of the elements of a perfect EDC that you would want, at least to me. So you've got lightweight aluminum handles. This thing comes in just over 3 ounces, I believe, like 3.42 something. Very in line with the 1-to-1 ratio you want for blade length. Action is incredible. It is an action that I have never felt on a pocket knife before. Mechanical, very free swinging action. It's one of the highlights of this knife, absolutely, is the action, the sound, the feel of it locking up, and just that crazy fall shut close there is great. Another thing that's really awesome about this knife is the carry. Man, the carry is done really well. The pocket clips that Protech puts out are just super, super nice. I always have my Calmigo in my pocket, my back pocket, sitting right next to my wallet, and I frequently forget it's there. The pocket clip, it's in my back pocket. These marks here, if you can see, have only been put on when I've been sharpening this blade. You know, so if I had taped these off, it would have been totally fine. And other than that, there are pretty much no other marks other than sharpening marks on the aluminum on this Calmigo, and I've carried it nearly every day. So the fact that you have a full sharpening choil and a finger choil here, when you're on a stone, you know, you're never going to be in risk of hitting that or messing up this finish. And the hard coat really wears in well. It doesn't. I haven't seen a lot of chips. I've actually dropped this already just on my kitchen floor, but no marks, no nothing, no dents. It's very nice. So, what is with the collaborations, the designs, the productions? What's the deal? Why did it take 3 different entities to produce this knife? This is an American-made knife. To do any sort of assembly or construction or sourcing in America, you have to pay big bucks. You have to pay American workers, and it's a big deal. If you are a company like Protech, it commands a high price, but it's still a production price. Protech does have knives that cost several $1,000s, as we've just seen from Blade Show. They win Investor Collector Knife of the Year nearly every year, and it's well deserved. But at that same time, they can put out products like the Calmigo, aluminum handles, 154 cm, very well heat treated, and then because of that, they can put out large numbers of knives. Elliot and Chris over at Ferrum Forge, it's just those two guys there. And it costs a lot for them to make knives because they put their time, they put their energy, and they put their expertise into it. And every piece comes out of that shop carefully tuned and set. The milling and the anodization work Chris and Elliot do, making a tool that you still want to use into a piece of art, is really the incredible talent of the Williamson brothers in Ferrum Forge. Plus, Elliot can design a damn good knife. This right here is probably the best designed, best pocket knife design, at least to me, that I can think of. Simple, elegant, useful. So where Massdrop comes in is a distribution model. So Protech is fine with putting something together. Elliot is fine with putting some lines together and sending them off. The cost of marketing. How do you reach the most amount of people? The Massdrop community, I think about 400 people jumped on this, and it was more than, I think around half, maybe a little bit less than half of the, number needed to sign up. But, it was a good indicator of what the market really wants, and Massdrop was a great way to do that. So now there's around 400 people with these Mordaxes, and people like them, people love them, and then the people that didn't jump on the drop, they're really sad that they didn't. That says a lot about the power of production in the U.S. And it is a really incredible feat to get something this nice put together by people right here in California. Sure, you can throw titanium on this knife, bring it down to keep it at the same price point, but you're going to have something that is going to be mass produced. And I'm not trying to, be a snob or anything. It's just something special, and it represents the work and the effort and the culmination of a lot of concerted efforts to put out, a near perfect pocket tool, which is what this is in my opinion. After purchasing this knife, I don't there really is no need, between these three knives, honestly, there really is no need for me to pick up another knife. I will, absolutely, because I like steels, I like different things, but these three knives will pretty much serve your purposes. And if you wanted to take it down to just one, then I think the Mordax is a knife you'd want to put in your collection. Solid pieces that stand the test of time, significant pieces rather than just sheer numbers. I think the Mordax is something that you should pick up. It truly is a great example of a carryable, usable, and fidget friendly as AF. There we go, fidget friendly AF. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my long video. Sorry I haven't been uploading with much frequency. My life's been a little hectic, and I definitely want to start doing that. So if you guys could leave some comments down below as to what kind of content you want to see. I'm open to suggestions. I'm down to doing first impressions, sort of philosophy videos, anything you guys like. So just leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. Go support Protech and Massdrop and the boys over at Ferrum Forge. Request this. I would jump on it. You're not going to get a serialized run again. And who knows, maybe if this isn't your thing, there might be some other stuff happening with them in the future. I have heard rumors. So anyway, thank you again. I'll talk to you soon. Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one.